That there we go. Get this thing. Anyone paying attention, I haven't moved this thing off that table in the 6 years that table's been, well, no, stand corrected. I have picked it up a couple times for videos, but the thing's not light. It came off of like some old 1980s wood tables that, this was kind of like the centerpiece and the end tables of the couch. This is the centerpiece in them. I got two of them. At a thrift store, I don't know. After we moved here, they're like $5 each. I probably paid like I don't remember now, but I just got these. So not that like I'm going to expect many people to really pop in for this. Oops. So cassettes, 8-track, books, CDs. I could grab the Sega games too. I don't get many games, cartridge games, but I did at a yard sale. I'll get those too. Kind of showing how I get, and of course it's all going to be backwards, but showing how I get the pictures. Now granted, where I would be at would just be sitting on the couch. This is on a table that's 3 feet. The table that this goes on is one section, and the table is 3 feet deep by probably more than 4 feet wide. I'll just sit on the edge of the couch and put the item right here, kneel over, picture, flip the thing over, picture, and I'm done. But right here, I was trying to set the tripod up to be that way, and I don't have the most impressive midsection right here, and so I'll just do it like this. Grab these games. Oh, and VHS. So the camera is off the iPhone that I usually use right here, just kind of read comments if I'm using this for inventory for whichever reason. Coffee, got the vape there, get the weed vape, turn the music on, turn the radio up for the sweet sound. Put in some Toad the Wet Sprocket. It's pretty scratched. Let's see if it plays right. So I want all of this diet. Drama Rama can go. Yeah, I listened to that Drama Rama the other day, and that wasn't really my jive. Probably wipe that down. It smells like pina colada. Good. So these ones I'm not going to get pictures of. I want to clean the contacts down here. Just in this little bit. I mean, most of these are like 20 bucks, these games. This is Turtles Tournament Fighters for Genesis. There was one of these games that's like really dirty. So for me, there you go, that's it. For me, for these, I just sell them. Something like this as, I mean, whatever the grading conditions are for games. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, just the hit I have to take. But they have enough unique markings to them. Especially, I don't like the screws. They have enough markings on them to where if somebody try to pull out the board and replace it in their own actual cartridge, you can see that it was tampered with. Yeah, I mean, if somebody returns it, you can refund them partially. Still have to take that hit, but if I've got to take a hit on 30 bucks of games I made money on, and so be it. But that typically doesn't happen. But games, on the other hand, I'll do this just for one. So when there's contacts like that, and this is going to be legit, I'm going to get pictures of all these CDs, these cassettes, or the cartridge games, the VHS, and the cassettes. The books I probably won't. So on my phone, I'm in either ultra res, or you could just go in here and you just go to the ultra res. Take my shirt, clean the contacts or the lenses. The first picture for a game like this, I mean, you probably could. So I mean, it doesn't matter exactly on the exact angle for me wise. I mean, I don't do a lot of games. So for these, I'm going to want to do front and back. Make sure it's in focus. See, that lighting, you can't see too well on that. So what I would usually do for this here, I would point this end toward the window, and the natural sunlight would come in and would light up for whatever I'm needing to get a picture of something on the inside. And I'll try to get a good. So I'll see how those turn out. But that's just the one for the games. I'm not going to do that for all of them because I do want to wipe down the contacts. The actual cartridge itself, like this one, is pretty. I mean, I can see right here. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy on that. Crazy on you. Let me go crazy. There's a heart. kind of wiped down some of that grime. And these are just like general wipes, so they're not like super wet. But these are dirty. I mean, typically when I'm getting CDs and DVDs and stuff, that stuff is not this dirty. This is stuff that's been exposed since the 80s. When was this one made? Don't know. When was this one made? Nice. Come on, people. Why doesn't Nintendo put the years on theirs? 1993 was the Turtles one. Mortal Kombat 3. Not 1800, that's for sure. 1995. So these have been sitting out, exposed for that period of time. Which all you gotta do is just tighten those down. But yeah, so these I got the World of Illusion with Turtles, Mortal Kombat, Sonic 3, Taz, Earthworm Jim, and James Pond. Got it for $2 each. I mean, there were probably another 4 or 5 sports games. One was Cruising USA for the 64. This just feels weird doing it like this, getting up like this. My daughter took I believe she took my weed vape. And that's why I still have a few of them. That are kind of almost kicked, but like Double Dragon kicked. Make sure you bring your leg up before you kick. Bring it up as much as you can. I mean, you're not going to bring it up to here, but you know, I don't know if I can really do this toe the wet sprocket. It's a little too for me. Oh, that's fine. That's going that way. All right. So we have 3. All right. So we will go to. So these I would typically. So my new rewinder, fast forwarder, or is a 2-way rewinder, fast forwarder, 2-way, whichever, fast mover, fast spinner. It went both ways. It stopped working. It started clicking too. So I'm not going to drag the VCR back out, plug that in, just rewind these. But the point is with VHS, you know, this has a couple really white spots on the reels, which is going to be the start of like a mildew. But this would last throughout the purpose. Whoever's going to get this, it'll well last throughout that person's purpose. If it was coated, and if it was like that, if it looked like a snowstorm, nuh-uh. I have a post somewhere, and they still actually have that VHS at that same store. I was just there yesterday. Was it the waterfall one? The boy behind the waterfall or something? They still have that there. Because they don't do like any sort of colorings or markings on any of their media. It's just, oh, there's still room, we'll put stuff out there. Alright, so go back here to the camera. What I'm going to do is just like, oh yeah, this is way off. Now I have to do this. I'm going to get as much as I can, as close as I can in to where whatever part's going to be cut out first. Because of how close I am, I'm going to bring it up and it'll be at that. So I can do it like this, and then it's going to be the width that's going to get cut out. I prefer to just do it like this. Most of the time, when these upload, they will upload correct orientation. So it's just, and then, so I have the picture of the actual reels, the tape and the reels. So it'll be this picture, the one I just took, and this one. So there's two pictures, and I will download the first picture twice. So the first picture will just be that. The second picture will be this first picture again, but I'll download it and I will crop it all the way to where all that shows is this. That way it's a much closer in picture, and I will indicate it's like there's a little bit of coloring on the tape. Shouldn't affect any playback for a long time. And that's how I'll write it in the listing. That is like 25 bucks, 30 bucks. So Scream, speaking of Scream, so that one I cannot unless I were to clear all that. Which I will just kind of dig a little bit in there. I do have a knife. This is probably one tool that I use all the time. So this is an older butter knife. I have no idea the pattern. I probably had, but the original knife was already pretty sharp. So I use this to cut tape, cut envelopes. Because it's sharp enough, and I'll put this in the sharpener. But it's safety enough to where, you know, if you drop it, if it lands like that, it's not going to cut you. It's not going to cut you. Well, I can't see because now that's all clouded. But I don't think that it would be. It might be because I could see some sort of debris and collections of stuff on this. It's an old Blockbuster. Chances are it's not. But I sold the Scream, the one with the Drew Barrymore, the other day for 75 bucks. Went across the pond. So it was the first Scream 1, and I had Drew Barrymore, which is not on here, blue color, and she would have been looking the way you would look at this, she would to the left. But this in itself is really much. So I will keep this, and I'll wait till I find another Scream VHS and a Scream 3, and I'll make a small lot that way. I just got this at a yard sale for $1 a couple weeks ago. Alright, so let's get to these new ones. That's like $50 CD. So that's a 2-disc. So I'm going to separate most of these. Multi-disc, I'm going to go on one. That's like 60, 70 bucks. Telephone tracks is like reggae. So if you look up telephone tracks in music in Parapeak, there's going to be a record, a cassette, and a CD that have all sold. Nothing else at all. You can just type in telephone tracks, and there's like maybe 7 things with just those 2 words in Parapeak in total in the U.S. And 3 of those are of this, and the one that's 65, 70 bucks is a CD. So this does sell, and there's been 1 sale on a record, 1 sale on a cassette, 1 sale on a CD. Over 3 years, and I think the cassette sold just recently. There was anyhow. So that's a single one. 101. This is different. This is loud. You know, I'll listen to this one. This is called 101 Crustaceans. So these are CDs that I'll buy for 25 cents, 50 cents. I don't know who they are. There has been one in 3 years that has sold. It was like 12 bucks. So if I'm paying 50 cents a CD, yeah. I gotta go. Let's get this open. No toad. Guy talks about like outer space and how it's awesome because it's big. Single, sealed. So these all separate. So that's a dual cassette. Greetings from Jon Stewart. I don't know if it's Jon Stewart. No, Jon Stewart, the night host, comedian. I think that was Jon. Kentucky Headhunters. Only like $10. Chicago. That one might be worthwhile, but I have a couple more Chicago CDs. My Girl 2. This. Tribute to Warrant, Janie Lane. And I've told the story before. I lived down the road from Janie Lane. I mean, I was wee little when he was in Warrant. That's the age gap. My brother was closer to his age. Carpenter's Collection. Usually I do multi-sets on the bottom. Alright, so, oh yeah, so this knife, have a little tool like that that's not dangerous, and it can be used for all kinds of stuff. You can score stuff that way. I sharpen that up every once in a while. I mean, it's still sharp. Still sharp. Oh, you can't see that. Bummer. So when I was listening to this CD in the car the other day, I was like, this kind of reminds me of that King Crimson. Yeah, that King Crimson 2 discs that I have, that's from 2001 when they're in Albany. It was recorded on a Fostex. With like the expensive, really gold series of now I have to try to get this picture without that reflecto light. That's why I use a natural light, because I don't have any of this coming down on it. I mean, some days are better for brightness, but it's still, I can be sitting right there. And then I just go into eBay, and if the picture does need to be brightened up, I just hit the little brighten one. It won't be as bad with the open stuff. Another seal, Michael W. Smith. So when I'm looking, my eyes are going to be more peeled if I'm just going this way, or if I have a bunch in my hand. If something's sealed, I don't care what it is. It just gets set aside. It just gets right there. And I'm done with this, or I'm done with which have you. If it's a row like this, I'm going through and I'm grabbing stacks of 12, 15, or I guess rows of 12, 15 at a time, just sorting through them. I'm going to put that disc, whatever I put to set aside, I'm going to put it pretty much to the right or to the left of where I'm working at. That way that disc goes back in that roughly same order. Not all the time, but most of the time. But the sealed, I'll always, because it's like, you know, if you're going to pay 50 cents or $1, and even if you go as low as $9 free shipping or whatever, even $10. If I'm paying 50 cents and if it sells, why not? It's sealed. What are they going to complain about? Stuff doesn't get broken when I ship it out, so I was like, I guaranteed no headache. Unless you as the seller does something bad and breaks it before it goes out, or doesn't ship it out on time. It's like just walking around and just anytime when something is sealed that you're going to pay $1 for or less, it's like just always finding $3 that nobody's going to talk to you. You say, oh, that's my $3. They're not going to argue with you. That's moreover absolutely guaranteed. And I really don't get a lot of return. But anyhow, some of these I do know will need to be resurfaced. This one is very, very clean. Very, very mint. For anyone who doesn't know about CDs and discs, this one is very mint. I don't see anything. There's one micro spot down here. But this does sell for like $15. Janie Lane. I actually knocked at that door, his sister's house. The house he grew up at, as far as, I don't know if she still lives there, because the story is it's over 20 years ago. I used to do door-to-door sales. And I knocked on the door and she thought I was him 20 years ago. Because if you look at him, look at me, imagine me 20 years ago. Well, I guess I can do it like this. And then when I'm taking pictures, when this is over there and I'm facing this way, I'm going to angle the phone in a way to where, especially if there are scuffs and scratches, I'm going to have them lined up right about here. Now that's the spot, the angle, the rotation, where it's best on that daylight that's going to hit it, that those scratches, the most predominant ones, if there are ones. If it's a $10, $12 CD, chances are it's not going to get resurfaced. If it's 15, 20 bucks or more, it's going to get resurfaced if it needs it. But I'll get it in that angle. All others, it really doesn't matter. I just want to make sure I have the whole case and the whole disc in the picture as close as I can. So Jenny Lane, yeah. So knocked the door and she just kept saying, come in. But I was a door-to-door sales guy, so I just wasn't going to really walk in. And then eventually I knocked again. She comes to the door and she said, I thought you were my brother. That's why I kept saying, come in. She thought I was Janie. Somebody's got to track her down to verify that story. And I lived, so that house was on Arcadia in a town called Brimfield, Brimfield, just south of Kent. And that house was on Arcadia and we lived on Duffield, right in front of the water tower. So this one can use a resurface. I don't know how well any of that would come out, but you might be able to see that there are, I can see some down here, some very, very light. So this one has been resurfaced, and I could tell that it's taken a beating because if you look at that spindle, that's pretty bad. So the resurfacer doesn't resurface all this on the spindle, let alone on the top. But the top's just right here is, and then there's a lot of little slight scratches right there, but you don't play that side, obviously. But there's not a lot of these listed. So this one will be listed as very good, many very light surface. So when I'm getting pictures and I already have the pictures in the rows in front of me, wherever I have it within my reach, probably just leaning against the leg of the table. And I have 30 or 40 right here. I'm picking it up, and this one is going to be next. And I'm not going to go into on how I'm timing myself. I'm doing what so I can have my time spent on eBay posting stuff as limited as possible. Starting off by having the news by category, starting off by category and not changing the category constantly saves time. Now I haven't had to change much of any of the specifics that you have to put in, let alone your optional ones. It saves time. Knowing the accuracy saves time. But so as I have this in my hand, this is the next one, and I'm going to start looking for little details. And it was like, okay, I know it's Time Life. Let's just say there was Time Life, Carpenter's Collection, and they were 30 different variations with 300 listings. What else can I put in my listing that's going to help narrow it down for somebody who wants this exact one? So if I needed to, I would put the actual number, SUD21. It probably also has a side number over here. No, it's the same one. Super Hits. 21. And whatever year. Time Life Music. Have all that in there. But there's not a lot of these listings. But it's still like 30 bucks, I think. So this one. See, I don't like that overhead light. That works. Then I'll just put that over. A lot of times the phone is still in my hand. I'm just using my thumbs and stuff in my other hand to move stuff around. So you can just angle this the right way. So I still want a little bit of this light down around here. This is where the light is showing up on this angle for this picture. You never know. So, I mean, I have someone with a pair of eyeglass frames that I have. I wish I could post that. So, I sold some sunglasses, and I got the angle of the picture to show that part of the frame was not on the lens as it should. I wrote in the listing and got a picture of the hinge showing that the arm is off true. It's not straight on how it should be. It's separated a little. In comparison to the other one, you can see through the depth of the picture, and you can see the other one's completely open and it's true. This one is not true. And then I was like, the lens has scratching. I got a picture of the scratched up lens and a little bit of the temple arms. And I also state in the listing that the arms have something that I think to be like a lot of caked on lotion. It could be like hair gel or something. So the person opened up this return for all the reasons stated in the listing. But their main thing is that I use trickery of angles in my photos to hide the things that she mentioned and that are in the pictures. So I was like, well, if you're going to return it for that, then you're making a return for false reason, because everything that you're bringing up is mentioned in the listing. Therefore, you're returning it for under a buyer's remorse, and you might be deducted up to 50% for shipping or in refund. So she shortly closes that and then opens up a payment dispute, stating that it wasn't as described. Rinse, repeat what I just said. No, here's the listing. You can see the listing. You can see that this is what I have. This is what I wrote. They're listed as sunglasses condition good. You know, they're not anything near excellent, and I didn't write any of that. You got pictures and words to match up with what the words are for the pictures. That comes in handy. She closed that and then opened up that she updated that it's still in payment dispute, but she hasn't received her money yet, her refund yet. So my response is, eBay policy encourages sellers to wait until inspect it, which could take up to 3 days, to make sure it's in the condition the seller shipped it out as. So I'm following, and then this person is also a seller. Hasn't been around for long, like 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer. But point stands: trickery, magic trickery of angles. The trickery of angles from people getting pictures of the stuff that's wrong with something is not trickery of angles. But anyhow, that's just a fun story. This one is also mint. So my funds are on hold. $41 is on hold. Like, all right, whatever. Oh, so where I was going with that, I take basically like all the eyeglass frames and sunglasses, they get four or 5, sometimes 6 pictures, but they're all the same way. So I have like 3 or 4 glass paperweights. I've never really sold a lot of paperweights. I have sold a couple of them for a couple hundred. Well, one for $100. I don't remember what the other one was, but there are a couple of them were pretty high end. But this is not one of them. This is no name. But anyhow, I will put this right here, and I'll align the sun. I can grab the sunglasses now. Let's use a pair that my wife has on the. So they will be like this. So that's pretty much a gravity center. Both tips are on the back. Sometimes if the arm is bent and the gravity center is still here, you're going to see that the arm, the back of the ear part, is lifted up, so it's not even with this, and in the picture you can see that. I'm not going to write that that's how that is in the listing, because you can see it, and especially if it's a metal frame, the buyer can contort it back. I don't want to do more damage, if you will, right? And then I'll get a picture like this, and either whichever way, as long as I have like the brand showing, a picture that way, so showing this arm, that arm, and sometimes that'll stay there, sometimes it won't. Then I'll be a whole picture, including all of this, and then I'll zoom in, well, not zoom in, I'll bring the camera all the way up to where it's this whole lens and frame part right here, including the hinges. I want the hinges to be in the picture. And that's going to be kind of more close in, and then whatever else stays in, and then in eBay, if I have to, I'll crop it down. That's how I get the pictures. It's every single one of them. It's no trickery. So People are imaginative sometimes. Which is good, because that's where we get stories from. Go, story, go. Do, 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 do. Hold on, was that Inspector Gadget? Go, Gadget, go. So now I didn't get to this one yet. Alright. Hey, we got someone. So boy. No, I do not invest in real estate. That is one of those guaranteed things, though. Kind of a red herring, though. Red herring question. I mean, I don't mind. I don't care. It's like, yeah, I got to get caught up on stuff before I really start doing any investing. And if I do any investing, it's going to be in energy, recycling, recycling of that energy, recycling of batteries and battery technology and stuff. Portable technology. That stuff is not going away, and it's the most expensive sector. Where's my coffee at? Any form of it. Somebody's going to be like, well, medical. Well, what does medical require in order for it to be functional? Technology. What kind of technology? Electronic technology. Portable technology. That's where my investment will go. I need a new lid. I had a couple. Let me check. Yeah, that one would need to resurface. So unlike the first one I had, the Carpenter's one that has some scuffs, this one has scuffs, but they're a little too much. So this is like multiple layers, multiple depths. So it's never been resurfaced, and each scratch has different scuffs and depths to it. So this one would get redone, and then when that happens, I'll replace the lid. I need someplace. No, that'll work. Keeps fucking doing that too. It's like yeah, like part of that broke. Not working right. But well. So this really isn't much. It's like a $7, $8 CD. It does sell. But what I have, I'm going to be doing the calling pretty soon anyhow. in body parts, even in reflection. I keep the body parts out of the pictures. People would sit there and they get a picture like that with their thumb in it. I was like, just put it down. And people find a need to have if they're selling sandals, they have to put their feet in the sandals and get a picture of the sandals on their feet. Why? I will 1,000,000% bet you that when those sandals were sold on the shelf, they weren't displaying them on somebody's real human foot. There's no need for that. Clothing I could see, having on to some degree, kind of showing how it fit, but every person's body is different. Either way, just my 2 cents on that. Yeah, I try not to have reflections or physical body parts in the pictures. These ones may, just because it's a whole different angle. So a gatefold would be different. That way, if I have multiple gatefolds, they would all go in the same stack. That way, I can just keep the word gatefold in the title, and if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. That's fine. But if I can put gatefold in there, I will. For that going to be a $60 CD? No, that one needs redone. I usually don't buy 101 strings. That one needs redone. Even if that's 15 bucks, it's still getting redone. But I saw it was the Beatles, and I had never seen one before. It scans up for, I think this part, I'm about to do it right now. 101 strings, 6 listings, none of the this is ALCD 72 Allshire. We've got a number down here, 1987, which is part of the barcode, which could be the year it was made. 1994. All right, so they're listed for minimum, they're 6 bucks and then it goes to 20 bucks. Three is sold for 8 bucks with this cover, but none of this one is listed, so I'll go into Terapeak and I'll look and see, and it probably does sell for 12, 15 bucks more over on the regular, but CDs would have been 50 cents for this one. But so that one needs redone. So if I'm going to try to get that 15 bucks, make it clean. And that one has a nice scuff right on that. All right, that one will be redone as well. Magic Kingdom event. So I scanned it and they sell for over 40 bucks. Oh. Magic Kingdom event party. 14 come up. CDs 8. Artwork and only is $15 replacement. All right, but it's $40, and this is hand typed in CDs. 44, 47, 50, 75. And if anybody watching knows me, I bought it because they sell. 7 is sold. Minimum was 20. Still pre-owned is mid-40s for $1. But it needs resurfaced. So if I resurface it, and depending on how super awesome it comes out, that could be listed as a like new. I will replace the door. I could replace the entire case and bump it up to like $60 because it'd be like new. But I will only do that if when I spin it, it turns out right, correct. So this has very light scuffs. Willie Colon, C-O-L-O-N, like Bartolo Colon, one of the Indians' greatest pitchers. And CC Sabathia. So is this Meteor? Meteor? The Meteor? The best. That makes sense. Hello. I'm in vinyl. Best. I think I did see some listings people used both the words in. There are a lot of Spanish Latin stuff there at the Goodwill and or the Salvation Army. I had to sit down and type a bunch up. The best of salsa. So it says I'm gonna need salsa. So $35 for one of those. $12. These are going up well over 20. The best of Willie Colon 2 CD is $45, UK import. Lamato, no. The best. We'll just type in what they got right there. So I'm going to minus club, Lo Mejor, M-E-J-O-R. But this is a whole different, this is a gatefold. So it's a whole different rendition of everything else that I saw. Those are the kind of things I buy. It's like, oh, the artist that does sell. Even if it was one that I just saw a bunch of, I would still buy it because they're $20. So this is 2014 Revette Productions, made in Mexico. So I mean, these still sell, not this one yet, but just all together, these sell for $40-50. So this one will get redone because it's a whole different one. So if I type in Revette, R-O-V-E-T-T-E, CDs, nothing. All right, docket. Was it Into the Fire? Or Breaking the Chains? Burning Like a Flame. That was it. It was used in, probably barely see my cat, Drac. Drac! Dokken, Dokken. Mint. I don't think I put that in there. Well, if it's a one disc, Maybe I don't think so. But set that aside, deal with that later. Jimi Hendrix, I got at where I got these cassettes at. Gave them my name and number. So she went around in the yard sale. She's like, well, there was just one CD. Oh, yeah, that needs done. There's just one CD that was there, and it was this one. And so she shows it to me. I was like, yeah, I mean, I've seen those ones before. They're maybe 10, 15 bucks. Which was nice because it wasn't like a Celine Dion or something. I was like, oh, yeah, you know, $3, I'll do that. And I didn't scan it when I was there, and then I started talking more and more. And this is, their house is maybe 2 miles, not even 2 miles from here. Probably 3. I just got to talk, actually, pretty much a road, a little catty corner from where the Goodwill is up here in Menor. And we got to talking, they took my name and number because they're going to be going through a bunch of cassettes and media and stuff. I was like, I mean, I don't do vinyl, but if you have some that you want to get rid of, I'm not going to pay you fair for them. Cassettes and CDs and DVDs, your basic ones, I'll pay you basic price. But if you've got a $30 CD, you know, I'll pay you a little more than $1 for it. You know, a couple bucks. But this one here, this Jimi Hendrix, under scan, for like $30. And yeah, that's how you have to do it sometimes. And then you got to slide that back in there, especially at the stores, because there'll be these types of stickers. The stores, for some reason, every single store that does it just always wants to put the sticker right where the barcode is. Like, of all other places where you can put the sticker at, why right? Because we have to. I'll guarantee you don't have to. I'll guarantee that if you tell your person who's telling you to put it right there, that there's other places to put the sticker. It's not the only surface area there is. Either way. Some stores do, some stores don't. Yeah, these are like 25 bucks. So for $3, yeah, why not? And then I got these cassettes. So this one needs redone. Got White Town playing again. Kind of manifested that White Town CD. Talked about it in a live stream a couple weeks ago. You know, I was down in Fairlawn Copley outside of Akron. I just looking through CDs at the Salvation Army. Sure enough, right there. I'm like, what? I hadn't heard anything from White Town in forever. I mentioned it in a stream. I never found the CD before. Not that I remember. If I had, I didn't buy it because they really don't sell for much, but there it is. And I'm listening to it, and I listened to it in the car. I was like, how did this one even fade out? It's got that good segueing from the 80s, still kind of. Oh, Doyle rules! Alright. Relentless by Misty Edwards. That's good enough. That's good enough. So these, usually doesn't matter if I unplug. So if there's wording on the disc, I'll still, I mean, chances are the person who's going to be interested in this isn't going to be reading all this information, but I still try to get it to where it can be seen. And I'm going to bring this in. Right there. The part of the picture cuts off right here, right below that, and right over that. But then if I have to, I can crop it going left and right. Flip it like that. Same thing, the wording that's on this, on the actual artwork on the back. I'm just going to put these on the lip. And get the correct angle of the picture. Boom, done. So now someone can zoom in. This is clear on the back. This is clear on the back. You can see on the angle of the back of the discs at the same time. There's no major scuffs that I have to rotate it in order to be able to be seen. 2 pictures. It doesn't matter how they go back in here, I mean face down. Then you just put them back in there, push on and make sure they're in there. And I have another Chicago. So we have 2 sealed here. It's about 40 bucks. Oh, my knife. This is what I use that knife for primarily. Sticker removal. So I can see right here it's already lifted up. But if you start on the back, all it takes is a certain sound. My time, I know you can't hear that. But if you just get that little bit of like that, most likely, it's an peel at an angle. Now that's on plastic, right? Saran wrap. And I don't have anything else to really show. Oh no, I do have one I could try. Start on the back. See, I'm not getting that sound. There it goes. I'm gonna get some leftovers. Every once in a while, you gotta fight a Pokemon. It's gonna be perfect. Chances are this is not going to like a hardcore collector. Somebody just wants a brand new version to give up for a birthday or something. There, at least the price is off of it. But this 8-track, which I know has this is Mike Oldfield. So for anyone of a certain, I mean, you don't have to be of a certain generation to know Mike Oldfield. But if you know the movie Exorcist, that theme song from Exorcist is called Tubular Bells. Done by Mike Oldfield. And they made a Tubular Bells 2 like 30 years later. But this is a pink 8-track. Missing the contact pad. No, one's right there. There it goes. Missing the contact pad, but the tape itself isn't stretched and it isn't discolored. So to me, someone, who can put a new contact pad on there, and if they're a collector like that, it's like 20 bucks. And it has a slip cover. All right, let's get to these. So, knife. Use it for all kinds of stuff. But that is a kind of a flimsier shank where the blade part is. And it's a lot thinner, and it was already fairly sharp when I got it. So if you're going to use a knife like that, go to thrift stores and try to find knives, or you may have one already, but if you're going to go to thrift stores, find one that you could just put across your finger, like, oh, that feels sharp, as opposed to like a regular butter knife, which isn't sharp. And then you'll be able to use that blade as a little bit of like a razor tip, and you can get underneath things a lot better, like those stickers. What you could save your time on by removing stickers and tags, there you go. Don't say I didn't teach you anything. So even at that, like these can come up a lot of times. They're like anti-theft, but I'm not worried about that. There's some stickers on those books. Sometimes books are a bit of a PETA. to really get right. A lot of the times you're going to be peeling part of the dust jacket or part of the actual spine off. See, why do I have to take 18 pictures of a disc media that's sealed? I mean, more power to whoever does that, but we're all talking about time. Doing all those extra pictures, rotating around, putting the phone down, just, you got that and that. That's all you need to see. I don't think I've gotten people saying that I use magic tricks of light for pictures that I take the exact same way for glasses, that I was showing exactly what happened to or were the problems with the glasses, but I don't think I've ever gotten complaints. Not enough pictures I only needed 2 pictures. You didn't have enough pictures. How many pictures did I have? 2. Yeah, but there just wasn't enough. You bought it for $12, dude. Mom, I'm telling. Or no, Mom. All right, so tapes I would usually rewind, such as John Mellencamp here. I don't have any pencils, but I do have pens that work the same. Should probably kept some of those pens. Well, I could put this in the cassette player. Probably should have kept some of those pens that I got from that guy who bought the watches. Got those GPSs and stuff from. Okay. So, for these, I mean, this one actually is facing this way, so that comes in handy. So side 1 is rewound. Now I'll do the exact same thing, because I want people to be able to see the actual tape, but I want to take as minimal pictures as possible. I don't have to get a lot of pictures of this. It's not valuable enough to where I have to worry about replacing the case or any parts on it, and I probably have maybe 2 extra cassette tape cases anyhow. It's like one of those, like, oh, but people aren't buying it for the damn case. People are buying these things for the tape, for the CD, for the DVD, for the media that's on it. It's like someone complaining that they bought the Hope Diamond, right? And someone's complaining that part of the aluminum, part of the frame, whatever it's made of, part of the frame that was keeping it hermetically sealed isn't painted the right way. You didn't buy it for the fucking frame. You bought it for that. So I don't fret about that, but if a new case or something can bump the value up of something, yeah, I'll replace it. All right, so now on the back, since it is kind of dirty, I can't probably do this. It's got quite a bit on there. So for this, go back over to side 2. Same thing. And I'll bring the phone down enough to where everything is in the frame. Take a picture. Now if somebody wants, you got the front, the cassette looks clean, it's used, it's clean. You know, it's not faded, all the lettering's still good. The tape doesn't have any mold or mildew or anything on it. So somebody listened to Foreigner all the way through to the other side. So this one, I can either do like this. I can show that if I want to. These little ones I'm not pressed about. These low value ones. Higher value ones, I will take a picture like this. It'll be like this. So you can still kind of see this, but you can see the tape on the contact. So this one, or even like that. That's how most of them are, sideways. You flip that over, you do it like that, do it like that, oops, do it like that. Who cares if this is upside down? Who cares if that's backwards? You're seeing the actual spine. You're seeing the parts you need to see. Picture. Done. That one's an interesting one. So is that. Good for you. So although at that Value World down in Randall, North Randall, they usually have media sales. They didn't that time. I didn't get much there. I got like 2 books. This and maybe a CD. Not much. Yesterday it wasn't much. Fortunately, I stopped at yard sales to get more. But this is Willie Nelson, the keynote speakers. So I sold Willie Nelson, the keynote speakers, before in not only CD and DVD. So I know of Willie Nelson, the keynote speakers, like the Canton Spirituals. Like after you scan so much and you find the valuable ones and you list them, you sell them, you become familiar. Imagine that. Getting experience. That's what it is right there. Getting experience. So they usually, I mean, they have the same cassettes over and over again, the same cassettes. And also, well, I wouldn't say it makes it kind of come in handy, but a lot of the times, if they're blank, I'll put them blank and I'll put them in the top left, and then if they don't have a case, I'll put those right below that. Or if they don't have like artwork, or if they are like a recordable, a regular cassette, a blank cassette, I'll put them all on the left and I'll stay in there, and then I'll open up down here on the right hand side where there's more at. Now that doesn't mean that throughout the weeks that I'm not there, that people aren't moving things around, but it makes it kind of convenient for me to know that if I see these down here, that this is filled up and all this on the left is still there, they probably didn't do much within the tapes. So that little bit of time I take right there, it saves me time that I do later. And it's still like it's not going to take a lot of time. It's only, I mean, flat, but about twice the size of this thing here. Hold 100 cassettes. It doesn't take long to look at. Just to... But this is Willie Nelson and the keynote speakers. Gospel keynotes. Willie Nelson, Willie Johnson. Look, oops. You see, recent, Willie Neal Johnson. There's not many for some reason. Wow, come on, eBay. So these go for, and this is in cassettes. All right, so I was in cassettes. And this is going to be going back. So I'll just type in back. Guess who's back? So nothing with the word back in it. Oh, there is one, but it's not this one. One result, brand new, 35 bucks, right? So there's none listed. And this is me just looking at random 50-cent cassettes, $1 cassettes. Right? The ones I have looked at before. I don't think that was ever in there. The copy. Send out 3 offers. Yeah, only 10 sales. I mean, so there was no shipping today, Juneteenth. So highest price in Terapeak, $28, $29 really for the cassette, and no other cassettes. So this is an artist who sought after. All the other sales was all in vinyl, and there was no cassette. Now, if I just go into cassettes in general, just to kind of get an idea of what he sells for in cassettes. Same thing. Well, 10 bucks, 10 bucks. Not many cassettes. What about CDs? The better, more preferred form of portable media. And we're gonna go as high as 50. Condition like new, everything but brand new. So a lot of these are lower price. An artist that sells, and you type in back and there's just the vinyl and that. So can I get a stronghold of 25 bucks for this? Most likely. So if I'm paying 50 cents or $1 for an artist that sells, and that only, besides vinyl, the only other type of portable media that is sold is 25 bucks. If you want to listen to it, there you go. And chances are, if you're jamming to 80s gospel music, you probably have a cassette player. If you want it, I got it. You pay for it, I'll ship it. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. So this flock of seagulls, I hope I got a bunch of people watching. No? Because this is an interesting one for sure. $150 for a scanned cassette? Yeah. Alright. So there's all that, man. Do they sell? They do sell. Not for that price though. Right? Up to $bucks and varying ones. So there are ones that are different. If you type this in, they have. I got this for $1 at that yard sale where I Willie Johnson one. So the cassettes, I will plug them in just to kind of listen to them. I'll play it till I ran it so far. But this I will at least get a picture of, and if it turns out good, that people are going to jump on it. I will have the only one of these. I don't think it's going to matter what the case looks like. See, this is the case where I will replace the case with one that was much better on the ready. I was over there like, pick me, pick me. So the same thing with cassettes. I will download this first picture again, and I'll crop it down to just show the cassette. That one really don't matter like that. So this is going to be an expensive cassette. I might list it for 50, 60 bucks. So I want to show in here that the tape looks good, the contact pad looks good. And if need be, I'll re-download that one. But usually those pictures right there like that, I can crop down. I forgot about that Nick Jr. Favorites number 3. Same thing with that. I will flip this over. As you can see the tracks on that picture. And there's a little bit of like discoloration from the sides here, so I can't get both of them on one side. If I can do that. That's a little more time right there, but what was that? Another 10 seconds? Not even. But that's still 20 bucks. And when I do these, so these are like 30 bucks maybe. So that'll get resurfaced. I'm gonna put this stuff over yonder. Forget about this thing. I have some books. So this is a water meter. That's what I believe. Pressure transmitter. By understanding these instructions, I was trying to see how it's powered. I think it's just powered by a little right here. So don't know if it works. And this is a portable digital manometer calibrator. 0 to 200 inch water. I don't know what its water meter reading in. Someone who uses them obviously does. Right, but this is $2 untested, sold as is. This specific model, they're like 200 bucks. Picture of all that. Get all that in frame. Get that in frame. Get that in frame. There we go, that's all I needed for that. You don't have to test it, you don't have the thing to test it. They sell for varying prices, even different models sell for 150 to over 300 bucks. Paid $2 at a, yeah, these sold parts not working. I don't know if it works. Just put that on the listing. Somebody can benefit from the price of 100 bucks, cool. These books. The books are the same thing. I can go by type, paperback, so I'm not having to have to change the title up. I haven't have to change up any specifics, which have you. So books are pretty easy because they don't glare as much. Put that right there, pretty much in frame. You can see all the little bit of dog ear on the cover. Get the bottom. These I will rotate, but usually when I'm sitting on the couch, I'm just using my arm to rotate. Do that. Do that. And then the back, since I can get the back and the spine at the same time, there you go. They can see that there's a crease. So now right in there, the spine has a creased spine. They can see this is going to be acceptable. Yeah, it'll be acceptable. If it didn't have all that and maybe that, if it just had this little bit down here, it would be good. And then there's no writing. I get a picture of the copyright page. And this one does have pictures. So just picking a random page, I'll pick a page that has pictures. What was that? Picture page, time to get your crayons on pencils. Yeah, I don't know, like pinwheel, spin me around. Alright, so there's all this done. It's like a $60, $70 cookbook. Slovenian. Especially with cookbooks, if the edges are clean, that definitely helps. Doesn't help this one does not have a back. Copyright page. Some random page right here, page 99, 98. And even has a little spot on it, kind of so you can see. And that was about the dirtiest page right there, so that's kind of convenient. 60, 70 bucks. This one with these carnations down here, 1981. Now it's hardcover. And the hardcover will be blank hardcover and hardcover with dust jacket. So I'm not changing much up in the titles. Two blue jays just went flying. Bye, Mom, I'm out of here. Oh yeah, this one. I was reading this yesterday. This came from Glendale, Arizona. It's at Northwest Christian Academy. Victor Appleton. Was that Marshall Appleton from Heaven's Gate? Or Hellbob? No, I was Applewhite. So this one has a library stamp. This is only like a $15 book, but it'll fit in it'll fit in the 10-cent envelope. It's under a pound, so it's $4.47 to ship. Yeah, I'll pay. It was kids' books. Kids' hardcovers are 50 cents. No, at that store they're $1. Like, if you know that, I didn't pay much for it. Still just Alright, The Haunted. One Family's Nightmare. The harrowing true story of demonic attack and intimidation. With Jack and Janet Smurl and Ed and Lorraine Warren. That kind of stuff sells. See, I don't even need the knife for that one. This is a waxy type dust jacket. So these stickers come up a lot easier. I stand by my sharp butter knife method. It's actually just a table knife, a dinner knife. Butter knives are typically smaller, and they're called butter spreaders. And then a master butter spreader is even different yet. Alright, same thing. Whole picture like that as much as I can. Bottom. So they can see this here. There's some sort of gunk that's collected right here. Just debris over time. It's a firm bind. It's first edition. Are there any Google speaker or pictures? I don't see any. There's my guy, Scamazon. Alright, that one's done. Same thing with this. No writing, clean. First print. It helps a little with this. I mean, it's still only maybe a $30 book at most. And this will fit in, well, it should. It should. Oof. So this is one, when it sells, I will rip this seam, and I'll put that in there, and this seam and this flap that's the outside can go in there, and everything can kind of flap over, and I can tape it. But I'm not going to try to put that in with this dust jacket lifting up. Ooh, it will, actually. Yep. My north just decided to go south. Gravity. Oop, there went sanity. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, book of Bible stories. Another book of Bible stories. I've sold plenty of them. This one is very clean. Very clean. It is a first. First edition, 2 million copies. I sold these anywhere from $40 to over 60, 70 bucks. Watchtower tracks a site. "5 Seconds of Summer." The one that does not have the little slipcover. The one that has the slipcover is more. It's only like 50 bucks, but this one sold for 43. 5 Seconds of Summer. So I found this one, listened to it for a little while, listed it. And I like that. I like that album for that kind of emo. I don't know if that's exactly what they are, but I like the sound. So I found that one, listened to it, listed it. Oh no, I hadn't listed it then. And then I found another one with the slipcover up at Savers in Parma. With the slipcover. And these are Target exclusive ones. These green ones like that are Target exclusive. And then there's the non-Target exclusive, which is only like 10 bucks. And it's not like they had one of each at the stores I went to. It just happens to be the ones that were there when I found them. And if it was, and if I saw it, if it was not the Target one and I scanned it, was 10 bucks. If it was 50 cents, I'd probably just buy it for here. But if it was like a $2 or $3 CD, I'm not going to buy that for a $10 sale. I could, it would still sell. But I mean, I don't go that low. For stuff I'm going to pay $3 for a CD. All right. So since this is very clean, I'm going to generically pronounce that in the pictures, because there's plenty of them in varying conditions. This one is very clean. Know your Bible. It can be open book to you. Kingdom Hall, Richmond Heights. Well, Richmond Heights is right around the corner from where I got this one. This one I got in North Randall. Put that right there, so people look up at that picture, be like, oh, and you get a little bonus piece of paper? Yep. So, this, I had this listed. And there's a book that, like, World of Books is going to buy. Now, when I redid my order months later, they're not taking that, and they weren't taking almost everything else that I had in my cart for them to order, or for them to buy. So I don't deal with that. World of Books or declutter anymore. But the exchange takes, cool. Then I'll figure out what I want to do with the leftovers from there. And then whatever I have left over of everything, then I take my books and all that extra stuff down to half price. They take everything. Put that down there with the flatware, stainless steel flatware guide. So these, got these a while. I don't remember where I got them. Many months ago. 4 or 5. Like this bodybuilding book. These are ones that I just bought, which are just bigger books. That I bought, and they just kind of sat for a while, and I just never did anything with. The official American ski technique. It's Olympic 68, Reynolds aluminum. Yeah, this bodybuilding supplement guide. I don't even remember what any of these actually sell for. They were just sitting there. Yachting, yacht sale, yacht racing. Oh, yacht. And that's about it for those. Kronos. What? Memo sale, watch. This one right here, right where my thumb's at, is $260 with a steel bracelet. That was in. That was 86? Probably, I don't think it's quite $1,000. Probably $1,000 now. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're sailing and you're boating, you get all your gas money for free. Well, not really, but you get your energy for free. Well, not all of it. Only when you're out in the water, you get a lot of it. Your momentum energy. So, I guess if you're not paying for a whole bunch of gas while you're out boating, you can buy a $1,000 watch back then. Well, a watch had to be $1,000 now. Trend Book 178. Yeah, this one was returned months ago. Hopefully I can still, I doubt I can. I might be able to. If I can't, then I will just set this aside and get pictures of it later. It's like a ski resort in, I think it was Colorado. Whistler Blackcomb. So things like this, these coffee table books that go through like company history, not really. So I used to ride, not quite that aggressive. That's a slalom bike. I mean, my bike is set up full suspension out there, but yeah, that's a long travel downhill. Yeah, this is all downhill. I mean, it's still mountain biking, but this is all downhill. That's mountain biking kind of stuff I used to do. That's still long travel. I mean, I can't, I mean, I'd have to get way more in shape and if I wanted to do that around here. I don't mind riding some trails. I still have yet to really do that again. Got to get caught up on a lot of other stuff first. The Louisiana Man. Now, when people think about like physical media and books, seriously, this is it. I don't have to have a whole bunch of big lighting, measuring tape for stuff. I don't have to have search strips and USB cords out the wazoo. I mean, it's all stuff I used to do besides clothes. I didn't really do clothes, but you know, I have to have all this space. I mean, right here, this is kind of convenient for the books. But this right here is down on the table. I'm sitting on a couch getting pictures and I'm done. I stand up, get a break, go sit back down and get the keyboard, which is a big wireless keyboard for an old Dell XPS-1 all-in-one computer. A big Dell keyboard. Sit down and start doing my work and I'm done. You know, pictures throughout the week. I'll start like 9, 10 o'clock after stuff is packaged. Get pictures and I'm done at like 1 or 2. And if I want to go out, some days I won't list that morning and I'll just go leave. So it all varies on, well, ultimately, I mean, like I say, and I write in the comments on some of the Facebook things, most of them I don't belong to. It doesn't take long. People are like, oh, dude, for the time that's invested in physical media, all the other costs, the cost of goods, the cost of the packaging materials, the cost of the shipping. I mean, you can at least double, I don't know, but you can get a lot more sales with physical media, but you're going to have more money because everything just costs less. And then there are those gems. I mean, none of these really are real gems. I mean, a real gem would be a couple $100 something. A bread and butter gem would be 60 to 100 bucks. It's a bread and butter gem. I was like, I sell a lot of $60 to $100 CDs and DVDs. A lot. Well, and of course, ads. Just in case. Oh yeah, I know where I got these. So I got these, and this is why I can't stand along my back. In Thompson, which is just little east of here. I stopped at an estate sale that Dustin at the miscellaneous barn, he told me about that he was going to be doing. And I go there, and the only thing I found was an old, like, 1920s or 1930s phone book for up in this area. And it sold pretty instantly for like $60 to the Lake County Historical Society, or the director of the Lake County Historical Society. Well, I guess, whichever, they bought it. And that's the only thing I found there. But after I left that estate sale, I went to, I followed some yard sale signs. And I went there and I got a book from this woman, but that book hasn't sold. And I gave her my number. Like, any of this stuff you come across, whichever. So she called me up, or texted me quite a few months ago. And all this bigger stuff. This is stuff that just was sitting there. But these are the oddball things that was left over. It's called Sex to 60's Very Best Cartoon Ball Volume 1. And I'm just going to do that real quick because you can kind of catch the idea. Not safe for work. But it's drawings, but it's okay. And that one is safe. Oh, somebody cut something out. Cut a couple out. There's still not a lot of them out there. Ah, someone else. Yay! I'm doing Al. I am doing. I decided to kind of just do this. I got asked many months ago on how I get my pictures. I guess they went to my store and then they saw this thing right here. And this is just an old, I think it's man-made, but like supposed to be like a soap marble type thing. It's heavy. And so this is like well over a year ago. I'm like, you know what? Start a live stream, just do it like this. So I got some stuff that I just picked up the other day. You got pictures of that, some of it needs to be surfaced, and I'm like, well, this is how I get pictures. This is how I can say, is like, it doesn't take long to get these pictures of things. You don't have to go crazy with 22 pictures of, a CD. Front and back. That's what you need. That's all you need. If it's a little more, whichever, maybe 2 more pictures. And, pictures like this with your hand and stuff, and taking pictures of sandals with, while the sandals are on your feet. I made a few comments about that to myself in this video. I was like, why? Why do you have to take a picture of a book with it like this and you're holding it? For anyone, it's like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I bet you have a flat surface somewhere. Or people that take pictures like this. See how that one turned out. So people take pictures like that, right? So the thing that they're trying to sell is get in this. Either way, that's just my take on it. What do I know? I don't even play a doctor on TV, so what the hell do I know? But I did see your comment about John Carroll to me, asking me, and I'm going to suppose I'm talking to that. I'm going to suppose that you saw that, but yeah, she picked one up. But I mean, we'll keep you in mind. I mean, I can hit you up somewhere around or whichever. I mean, whenever. But she did, she worked for Garda for a little while on Amazon. And now she works for a hospital around here. But it's pretty much, it's 31-day benefits. Like monthly sign-on bonus or however that works. I don't know. It's more pay, and she still does the other gig that she you know, the food gig. Maybe because there's just a couple of stops right around the corner. And when she comes back from work, yeah, man. Yeah, I didn't do anything. It's going to rain. I want to see it. Yeah. All right, see you, Doug. Yep. Yeah. The carrier. So 12:30, usually 12:30, right around now. If it's Zach, it's always 12:30. So that's what I have listed there. Yeah, she was well, she's just looking around for something more, because I mean what she was doing for the food thing was only, it feels so weird looking in this phone because it's kind of like a bigger on how I'm seeing me. I don't know if even the quality is even better, and this is on the older iPhone, but either way. That was basically any time from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the most part on the 2 or 3 places she would have to go. So it didn't really matter, but most times she'd be at the first stop by 8, sometimes a little later, and back anywhere from noon to 2, depending what she's doing. And 5 days a week. Sometimes less, sometimes more, right? 25 to 28 hours. But it's, the one stop is 2 miles up the road, the other one is like 3 miles, the other one around 2 miles. So they're all local. And basically, for what she's doing now, each of but one are basically on her way back from where she's at now. But it's the benefits primarily, medical benefits and stuff, and then you can get me on there. Better pay. You know, it's a short term. No, I want to say this. It's a place where ranking can happen quick. Getting promotions and stuff. I mean, not like super quick, but that's at least when she was home. But just more pay, and it's the security. She likes walking around doing that kind of stuff. And aside of that, I just want to get some of these. I mean, it's 12:30. I can get most of the disc media. Yeah, I don't think I'd really go anywhere for any stores today. Yeah, I mean, after this, I'm just going to get some stuff listed, do some sell similar to some other stuff, and that'd be it. I mean, you got 5 people and only one really chatting. You guys can keep that on and move this stuff over there. I see it still has a good quality Wi-Fi connections. That's why getting a webcam and actually hardlining it into a hardline computer So just having this always run off Wi-Fi or the phones. But I don't need to spend the money on something I don't need to spend the money on. So remember years ago before COVID, somebody was probably thinking, just get a webcam. Years ago. So when we lived down in MediaMan Valley, I don't know if you know exactly that area, Stan Hill Hall, Summit Mall area. That's going to be MediaMan Valley. So we're down there, and then you go up into like the Cuyahoga Falls part. Still kind of back into Cuyahoga Falls there, and that's the State Road and Portage Trail and all that. So there's a giant eagle up there that they built. Either way. So, but they had at the end, they would always have like clearance things at certain times, and they had a bunch of webcams for $1 each, and they were basic like Mad Cat, Mad Gear, whatever that one is, but there were a handful of Logitech ones. And there was a couple of the C920s that were like $100 or whichever. They were all $1 each. Nothing but a couple months later, COVID happens. Nothing but a couple months after that, the country's on shutdown. Or the world's on shutdown. And I have like 40 freaking webcams. Those sold like that. Like, oh, I didn't realize that this otherwise $10 webcam is now selling for $40 because it was a high demand item. And I don't have any more of them. And the one I did have was like a 600 series, something Logitech. And it didn't work well. So sometime I have a better setup, or a better place, better domicile, better living arrangement. So I can't put away some of these CDs that do need put away.
This is the first day.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, buddy. Oh, shit. Yeah, I should probably get some of these put away because my cat Bruce uses the cat tree where I have a lot of the stacks of CDs that need to be put away. Yeah, I don't have much room in a lot of these. I must say, if I would have done the orders, I would have a little more room in them. I really don't want to be honest. I probably could put these games away. Tablet's right there. I'm not gonna start editing everything now. See how easy I talk myself out of doing work that I usually always try to do because it's better to do it that way? I have this one. But the calling is coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm going to have a whole lot of space in these boxes to put this stuff. And totality, it'll probably be like 40 CDs, at least one box worth of CDs will be called out. Varying, but could be. And then whatever sells by that time, and then at that point, there's all that. I don't know why there's still 5 people here. Not that exciting. I have my cool Codsworth eyeball speakers. So if anybody knows Fallout franchise, got this from a guy down in Bath, Copley, Fairlawn area, guy who buys my watches. But I got him in a bin of stuff. They actually have information on them. But they're like Codsworth eyeballs for the robot from Fallout.
First night of the rest of our lives, I can't help wonder, how is it we're still alive? Welcome to the first night of the rest. Let's hope this night and night won't be
That looks cool.
our last. Welcome to the first night of the rest of
I mean, I probably could. Yeah, because that's about all I got. And then some other, like Nintendo, different like portable and regular and NES little connector things. Well, that's all I wanted to get pictures of. So that's gonna wrap that one up. I'm gonna get those listings done. Do that. I don't know, I'll probably go to Savers later on when wife gets back from work. Appreciate it. Thank you.